what Jonathan Fayose said prophetically to warn Nigerians in 2015. That's a throwback. Nigerians failed to heed the warnings from Goodluck Jonathan and former governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Ayo Fayose, who sounded notes of warnings to Nigerians, warned them to avoid a government that will take away their freedom of speech and destroy their fiber of democracy. Prior to the 2015 elections, some leaders, including Tinubu, Okorocha, Atiku, came together to present President Buhari to Nigerians. They claim that Buhari is now a born-again, as he was known to be a military dictator who truncated democratically elected government of Shehu Shagari via military coup in 1983. These leaders claim that Buhari, who was known as General Muhammadu Buhari, would now be known as President Muhammadu Buhari. This is to show to Nigerians that he is now a reformed Democrat. But Ayo Fayose didn't wait before telling Nigerians that Buhari, a leopard, can never change his spots because of how he ruled in 1983 before he was overthrown by Babangida. As it was in 1983 and 84, Nigeria under Buhari, so it is now under him since 2015 to date. Buhari is running one of the most brutal and repressive democracy ever known to mankind, under the guise of fighting corruption. The same citizens who failed to heed the warnings are now regretting and lamenting now. Here are some of the prophetic words of ex-President Goodluck Jonathan. 1. He said, "When I leave you, Nigerians, will all remember me for the total freedom you enjoyed under my government. Secondly, I am the most abused and insulted president in the world, but when I leave office, you will all remember me for the total freedom you enjoyed under my government." And thirdly, the choice before Nigerians in the coming elections is simple. A choice between going forward or going backwards, between new ways of doing things and old ways, between freedom and repression, between records of visible achievements and beneficial reforms, and desperate power seekers with empty promises, according to Goodluck Jonathan, December 10, 2014. On Fayose's part, after Buhari was voted in, he also warned that now that they have succeeded in foisting Buhari, who is known as a man with dictatorship tendencies, that his first victims will be those who brought him to power. The people who brought him to power are all grumbling underground now. He said those who brought Buhari will end up in his stomach. Governor Fayose, July 11, 2016. All what was said about Buhari by these two leaders have come to pass. Are they prophetic or not? Are they prophetic or not? So, of course, I think everybody should be able to use their tongue to count their teeth. And like I've been saying, that everything that was said or things that were said concerning this President Muhammadu Buhari, he would have used the opportunity to shame all these people, to shame Fayose and Goodluck Jonathan, and many more people like that. A lot of people said a lot of things. He would have just used the opportunity to shame them, and but unfortunately, he's proving these people wrong. And now you could see that Fayose, of course, politicians they can't be trusted, but you can see that a Fayose is not even saying anything now because at that time, of course, people were like, "Oh, we just wanted that change. We wanted that change. We wanted that change." But at the end of the day, and people are now like, "Okay, after the first term, why would people want to go back and vote for them?" But some people are still making excuses that no, that they were not voted for, but they try to rig themselves away or rig themselves into power. But one thing is that you cannot build nothing on anything. You must build something on something for you to be able to move ahead. We still have a pocket of people that still brought them in. And like I always say, some people just believe in suffering and smiling. Some people don't even know what it means to have a good government. So it has always been like that right from time. So they just believe that if it is not our person, it is our person, irrespective of what happens, we're going to take it that way. But I could remember when a Professor Wole Soyinka said that it baffled him how Buhari could win the second term again with all the things, because he could not see any tangible achievements. on ground that will warrant people or people to be compelled to vote for him. But he just said it and moved on casually. I think the man has said he's not going to be saying anything as far as politics is concerned, or Nigerian politics is concerned, that he's not going to be saying anything. Because at the end of the day, these people have been talking from right from time, yet nothing has changed, and a lot of people have taken over the talk, but maybe little changes here and there, but not really the way Nigerians really want it, the way it ought to be, not even the way Nigerians want it. Well, everybody's facing the music now, everybody's seeing the whole thing. I think let's hear what people are saying concerning this a throwback of a Goodluck Jonathan and Ayodele Fayose. Someone says Nigerians rejected good luck on and choose a bad luck. The fly that heed not to advice, we follow the corpse to the grave, and here we are today. Tinubu can't say anything again. He has become dumb and Jeff. Someone say yes, so because of his selfish interest. That is actually true. Someone say I swear he has become deaf and dumb. He has been caged by power that's big. Believe me, soon they will remember bullion van for him and he will end up in prison. They're only waiting for campaign. Remember when the Israel of old chooses woman as leader other than God? They live by their choice. So is our case today. Too late to cry when the head is off. Nigerians are most whatever people all over the world. We vote someone and he did nothing for 4 years. And we vote him again. Few Yorubas and Igbos support him to keep their food and their plan for the next election 2023. I know you people will still say APC next level. Okay. Nigerians missed their savior in 2015 and we must pray very hard for God's mercy. I would say they are not prophets, but experienced politicians who know this man called PMB. Where is Amici and Oshomole? Okay, they are there. Oshomole is busy fighting Obaseki. Two of them are really fighting it. They are getting it so hard, even in their own states. Okay, a good leader must be able to foresee the future. Jeg, it is clear. Jonathan and Fayose are three highs Revan, but Nigerians never believe them until now. God will remove them by 2023. I am happy because all those who reject good luck Jonathan are now seeing bad luck. May God continue to bless good luck Jonathan. Absolutely, the words are prophetic. Someone says no, they are not really. It's not as if they are prophetic, but because based on their experiences, they are experienced politicians. But just like I just said, just unfortunate that Buhari could not shut their mouths, but it's giving them or has given them the opportunity to be able to speak. But they are not speaking now, but the whole thing is speaking, the situation is speaking itself to the Nigerian people themselves. They should be able to use their tongue to count their teeth. But the question people have been asking is that if this kind of situation presents itself in 2023, are we sure that Nigerians have they learned anything? Will they be able to make right choices? The whole thing is just really dicey because if you really believe that somebody is going to do something, and at the end of the day, they'll still get there. There's some people that Nigerians are even looking up to that, oh, if this person should get there, I think this person will be able to change the narratives. But how are Nigerians sure that those they are still looking up to, they think they will change the narrative, how are they sure that they will not change to negative things when they get there? That is another big question that's begging for answer. In search for solution, we get bigger trouble. Okay, and someone says the difference is clear, let's move on. Okay, uh, someone says yes, so they are here, they are all hearing what is happening, they know what is happening, but shame cannot let those who are calling for them to come in that they can't say anything. And just like somebody said, I want to really buttress that fact that those people, we have some Yorubas and the Igbos and some of those people who really pave way for them because of their own selfish interest in 2020. And like I always say, those people who are making sure that this country is not going to move forward, they are all across the country, they are everywhere. No particular region can do anything in isolation without the other people. So they work hand in hand. So that's why you see that they're always getting upper hand. So It's not less for Nigerians not to be able to not to continue to be following. Oh, I just love this person. I'll just be following. We should just be out of this whole thing, because that person that you think that you love, if the person gets there, the person will not reason you. And I always speak to those who are always supporting or defending, not even supporting. You can support somebody, but defending people, even when it gets to that stage that these people are not even doing the right thing, you still continue to support them. You can use your life to support them. Just like those who are always snatching bosses or whatever, working for politicians, doing all manner of things. When good position comes, they will not even remember you, because they just believe that you are, your job is to do all those dirty jobs. You are not fit for clean jobs. So at the end of the day, the majority of them, they get killed along the line. So what have they gained? Nothing. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Like what this writer is saying, that whether the words of those of Fayose and Jonathan, whether they are prophetic in nature, but somebody say no, they are just being politicians. So what do you think? Let's have your opinion in the comment section.